Hey, quick question before we get into today's video. Why do you think some companies pay billions in fines, while others build decades of trust with customers and governments and just keep growing? And why is it that sometimes one decision, one gift, one shortcut, one nobody will find out moment can bring an entire organization crashing down overnight? I've been thinking about this a lot, and the answer, almost every single time, comes down to one word: compliance. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oh great, another boring legal topic. But stick with me, because by the end of this video, I promise you'll see compliance completely differently. We're going to break this down simply, with real stories, relatable examples, and practical insights you can actually use. Let's go. All right, let's start with the basics. If I had to describe compliance in just 4 words, here's what I'd say. Playing the game by the rules. That's it. Every single organization, whether it's a bank, a hospital, a tech startup, or a manufacturing plant, operates within a framework of rules. Laws from governments, regulations from industry bodies, internal policies set by leadership. Compliance is simply the process of making sure those rules are being followed. Now, I love using driving as an analogy here because it just clicks for people. When you get behind the wheel, you don't drive on whichever side of the road feels right that morning. You follow traffic laws. Not because someone's watching every second, but because those rules exist to protect you and everyone else on the road. Businesses work the exact same way. When a company follows the rules set by regulators and governments, it's compliant. When it doesn't, well, that's when things get very expensive and sometimes very public. Let me give you a couple of quick examples so this really lands. Take a chemical manufacturing company. Can they just dump their waste wherever it's convenient? Of course not. There are environmental laws governing exactly how hazardous materials are stored, transported, and disposed of. Following those laws is compliance. Now think about a bank. Banks handle your money, so regulators hold them to incredibly strict standards around anti-money laundering, fraud prevention, customer protection, and financial reporting. Following all of that, compliance. The specific rules might look different from industry to industry, but the underlying principle never changes. Follow the rules, protect people, protect the organization. Okay, so a lot of people, when they first hear about compliance, immediately think, oh, it's just about avoiding fines, right? And yes, that's part of it, but it's honestly just the tip of the iceberg. Compliance protects organizations in 3 really significant ways, so let me walk you through each one. Number 1, financial penalties. Regulators have serious teeth. We're not talking about slap-on-the-wrist fines. We're talking about fines that can hit hundreds of millions, even billions of dollars. One compliance failure, one shortcut that someone thought was no big deal, and suddenly you've wiped out years of profits in a single enforcement action. Prevention, as they say, is always cheaper than the cure. Number 2, reputation. This one is huge. And honestly, it might be even more damaging than the financial hit. Imagine you wake up tomorrow and you see a headline: major company name involved in corruption, data breach, money laundering. Be honest with yourself. Would you still trust that company with your money? Your data? Your business? Probably not. And here's the brutal reality. Reputation takes years to build and can be destroyed in a matter of minutes. Compliance is what helps organizations keep that trust intact. Number 3, ethical business. This is the one people talk about least, but it might matter most in the long run. Compliance isn't purely about legality, it's also about doing the right thing. Customers today are paying attention. Investors are paying attention. Employees are paying attention. People increasingly want to work for, buy from, and invest in organizations that operate with integrity. A strong compliance culture sends a clear message. We hold ourselves to a higher standard. All right, I want to tell you a story now that I think will make this really real for you. Imagine you work at a company, and part of your job is selecting suppliers. You're in the final stages of evaluating several vendors competing for a very large contract. Then, a few days before you're supposed to make your decision, you get a call from one of those vendors, and he says to you, "Hey, look, I have VIP tickets to a major football match this weekend. Incredible seats, food, drinks, the whole thing. Everything's covered. Want to come? Now." Be honest. That sounds pretty great, right? But here's the question I want you to sit with for a second. Is that a harmless gift between two professionals? Or is it an attempt to influence your decision? And this, exactly this, is where compliance becomes so important. Because the answer isn't always obvious. A branded pen or a notebook from a vendor? Probably totally fine. A bottle of wine at the holidays? Generally acceptable. But expensive gifts, luxury dinners, international trips, VIP experiences right before a major business decision? That's where it starts to cross a line. That's where conflicts of interest can creep in without anyone even intending it. Without compliance guidance, a well-meaning employee can unknowingly end up in a seriously compromising situation. Compliance exists to help people recognize these moments before they become problems. It gives you a framework to say, okay, let me check before I say yes. Now, let me address a common myth about compliance, the idea that it's just about saying no. You picture the officer with arms crossed saying no to every idea, but that's not what great compliance looks like. Yes, it sets limits. But the best professionals ask, how can we achieve our goal safely and ethically? Think of it like driving on a mountain road with guardrails. Are those guardrails there to stop you from driving? No. They're there to make sure you don't accidentally drive off the cliff. Compliance is the guardrail. It's not there to block the road. It's there to keep you moving safely. So who's actually responsible for all of this inside an organization? Usually it's the compliance officer, or in larger companies, an entire compliance team. And what do they actually do day to day? A lot. Honestly, they monitor regulatory changes so the company stays current. They build policies and procedures that translate those regulations into practical steps. They run training programs so employees actually know the rules. They assess risks, investigate potential violations, and advise leadership on tough calls. In many organizations, the compliance officer also acts as a key link between the company and its regulators, someone who can speak both languages, so to speak. Here's a great way to think about them. They're like navigators on a ship. The captain sets the direction, but the navigator's job is to look ahead, read the charts, and make sure the ship doesn't hit the rocks. And that is the core of compliance. Quick side note here, because this question comes up a lot. What's the difference between compliance and risk management? Great question. They're related, but they're not the same thing. Here's a football analogy that I love. Imagine compliance is the referee. The ref knows the rule book inside and out and makes sure everyone's playing by the rules during the game. Risk management is the coach. The coach develops strategy, makes decisions, adapts to the situation, but always within the framework that the referee is enforcing. One focuses on the rules. The other focuses on how to win within those rules. Both are essential, and in a well-run organization, both work together seamlessly. History has given us no shortage of cautionary tales here. Across virtually every major industry, banking, pharmaceuticals, manufacturing, tech, we've seen organizations face devastating consequences because compliance wasn't taken seriously. Sometimes it was corruption, sometimes fraud, sometimes data mishandling, sometimes just a culture where people were afraid to raise concerns. The common thread? People either ignored the rules or they were never properly taught them in the first place. And the fallout wasn't just financial. Employees lost jobs, executives lost careers. Some companies never recovered their reputation. The human cost was real. That's why today, organizations that understand this invest seriously in compliance programs. Because a crisis is always more expensive, in every sense of the word, than prevention. Here's something I really want you to take away from this video. Compliance is not just the job of the compliance department. Actually, compliance belongs to every single person in the organization. Every single employee makes decisions every day that can either uphold or undermine a company's compliance culture. Every person represents the organization in some way. The healthiest compliance cultures are the ones where people feel safe asking questions, where when something doesn't feel right, employees feel empowered to speak up without fear of retaliation or embarrassment. Because asking one question today can prevent a major headline tomorrow. If you ever find yourself in a gray area, If something feels a bit off, or you're not sure if something is okay, ask. That's not weakness. That's exactly what a strong compliance culture looks like in action. And here's the thing. Compliance is only going to become more important over time. Think about everything organizations are navigating right now. Data privacy, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, environmental sustainability, financial crime. The regulatory landscape is getting more complex every single year. New rules are constantly emerging. Technology is creating entirely new areas of risk that didn't exist a decade ago. Organizations that take compliance seriously, that embed it into their culture, not just their policy manuals, will be far better positioned to build lasting trust and grow sustainably. The ones that treat it as a box-ticking exercise? Well, we've already talked about how that story tends to end. So, let's bring it all together. What is compliance? At its core, compliance is simply this: doing business the right way. It's about following laws, following regulations, following ethical standards, and ultimately, protecting both the organization and the people it serves. It's not about bureaucracy. It's not about saying no. It's not about slowing things down. It's about the guardrails that keep you on the road, so you can actually reach your destination. Because in today's world, success isn't just about how fast you grow, it's about how responsibly you grow. If you found this video useful, hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow and helps more people find content like this. Subscribe if you want more explainers on compliance, risk, governance, and the stuff that actually matters in business. And I'd love to know, what's the first word that comes to mind when you hear the word compliance? Drop a comment below. I'm genuinely curious. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.